I didn't mean to go that far into the woods that day. It was supposed to be simple. Just a walk. Clear my head, get some quiet, maybe reset a little. Life had been piling up in ways I didn't quite know how to handle. Nothing dramatic, just that slow, constant pressure that makes everything feel heavier than it should. So I went to the one place that had always worked before. The trail started like it always did. Wide, familiar, almost comforting. The kind of place where you'd pass the occasional jogger or someone walking their dog. But after about 15 minutes, it narrowed. The trees grew thicker. The sounds of the outside world faded. Most people turned back there. I didn't. I don't know why I didn't. There's something about going just a little further than you're supposed to. Like stepping past an invisible line. It feels harmless at first, until it doesn't. At some point, without really thinking about it, I stepped off the trail entirely. The forest changed immediately. The ground felt softer, uneven. The trees stood closer together, their branches tangling overhead, like they were trying to block out the sky. The air was cooler, damp, filled with the smell of earth and decay. It should have been peaceful. For a while it was. Then I smelled it. It hit me all at once. Thick, sweet, overpowering. Not like flowers, not like anything natural you'd want to breathe in. It was wrong. The kind of smell your body reacts to before your mind understands. My stomach tightened instantly. I stopped walking. At first, I tried to ignore it. Told myself it was just something dead. That happens in forests all the time. A deer, maybe. Something small. But the smell was too strong. And worse, it didn't feel random. It felt centered, like it was coming from one specific place. And somehow, I knew exactly where that was. I wish I could say I turned around. I didn't. Curiosity is a dangerous thing. It convinces you that knowing is better than not knowing. So, I moved toward it. Each step made it stronger, heavier. It clung to the air, to my clothes, to the back of my throat. I started breathing through my mouth, but it didn't help. If anything, it made it worse. The forest grew quieter the deeper I went. No birds, no wind, just the sound of my own footsteps and the faint rustling of leaves as I pushed through thick undergrowth. Branches scratched at my arms, twigs snapped under my boots. I had to force my way forward at times, using my hands to pull aside bushes that seemed determined to keep me out. Then I saw it. At first, it didn't make sense. Just a shape, something out of place. My brain tried to turn it into something normal. Fallen logs, maybe, or a pile of leaves. But it wasn't. It was a body, a man. He was lying partially hidden beneath the undergrowth, like the forest had started to take him back, but hadn't quite finished the job. For a moment, I just stood there, frozen. My mind struggled to catch up with what I was seeing. Then it did, and I wish it hadn't. He had been there for a while. That much was obvious. His body was swollen, his skin stretched and discolored in unnatural shades, green, black, deep purple. Parts of him looked like they were sinking in, while others bulged outward in ways that didn't seem possible. His clothes clung to him, damp and stiff. And the smell. God, the smell. It was coming from him. I staggered back, covering my mouth, fighting the urge to throw up. My heart was pounding so hard it felt like it might burst out of my chest. I should have left. I should have run. But I didn't. Instead, I reached for my phone. I don't even remember unlocking it. My hands were shaking so badly, I almost dropped it. Somehow, I managed to call the police. When they answered, my voice didn't sound like mine. I told them where I was, what I found. Or at least, I tried to. They asked questions. I gave broken answers. Then they told me something I'll never forget. Stay where you are. Officers are on the way. I looked down at the body. Stay with him. I didn't argue. I don't know why. Maybe I was in shock. Maybe I didn't want to move. Maybe some part of me thought leaving would make it worse somehow. So I stayed. Minutes passed. Then more. Time felt wrong. Like it wasn't moving the way it should. I tried not to look at him, but it was impossible. My eyes kept drifting back, like I needed to check to make sure he was still there, to make sure he hadn't moved. The light started to fade. At first, it was gradual. Then it wasn't. One moment, the forest was dim. The next, it was dark. I turned on my phone flashlight. The beam cut through the darkness, landing directly on him. That was a mistake. Up close, under that harsh white light, everything looked worse. Details I hadn't noticed before became impossible to ignore. Movement. Small, subtle, things reacting to the light. I turned it away quickly, my stomach twisting. And then, I heard something. Behind me. A soft, wet sound. Like something shifting against the ground. I froze. Slowly, I turned. The light shook in my hand as I scanned the trees. Nothing. Just shadows. Just branches. I let out a breath I didn't realize I was holding. Then I heard it again. Closer. I turned back toward the body. The air felt heavier, thicker. Like something had changed. I couldn't explain it. I still can't. But I knew deep down that I wasn't alone anymore. I checked my phone. No signal. Of course. I was completely on my own. The silence pressed in around me. Every small sound felt amplified. The rustle of leaves, the creak of branches, even my own breathing. Then came the whisper. So quiet I almost didn't catch it. "Why are you here?" It was right next to my ear. I dropped the phone. The light hit the ground, casting everything in strange, low angles. Shadows stretched and twisted across the forest floor. My heart slammed in my chest as I backed away, scanning the darkness wildly. There was no one there. No one. Just trees. Just darkness. And him. I didn't want to look, but I had to. I picked up the phone slowly, my hands trembling. The beam of light lifted and landed on his face. His mouth? It was open. Wider than before. I was sure of it. I hadn't imagined that. Something inside me snapped. I didn't think. I just moved, turning, pushing through branches, stumbling over roots as I ran blindly through the forest. I didn't care where I was going. I just needed to get away. I didn't stop until I reached the trail, and even then I kept going. The police found me not long after. They asked questions. I tried to answer, but nothing I said sounded right. They went to the body without me. Later, they told me it was a suicide. No signs of foul play. No reason to suspect anything unusual. Just a man who had chosen to end his life. That was it. That was supposed to be the end. But it wasn't, because that's when the dreams started. At first, they were just fragments. The forest, the smell, that feeling of being watched. Then, he appeared, standing, looking wrong. Not like he had in the woods, but not normal either. His skin still discolored, his eyes too dark. And he would talk. At first, I couldn't understand him. Just whispers. But over time, the words became clearer. "You shouldn't have found me. You disturbed me. You don't belong here." Each night, the same place, the same voice, growing louder, angrier, until one night, he said something new. "If you hadn't come, I'd be at peace." I woke up shaking. Sweat soaked my clothes. My heart raced, like I'd just run for miles. But the worst part wasn't the dream. It was the feeling that followed me. Like I hadn't left that forest. Like something had followed me back. The dreams got worse after that. Longer, more vivid, more real. Sometimes I wouldn't just see him. I'd hear him before I saw anything. Breathing. Close. Too close. Sometimes I'd wake up in the middle of the night and swear I wasn't alone. That someone was standing just out of sight. Watching. Waiting. And then came the smell. Faint at first. Barely noticeable. But unmistakable. That same sweet, rotting smell. In my room. In my house. Where it had no reason to be. I started sleeping with the lights on. It didn't help, because the dreams didn't care about the light. They only got darker. One night, I found myself back in the forest again. But this time, I wasn't the one moving. He was. walking slowly toward me, each step deliberate, each step closer. "You should have left me," he said. His voice was clearer than ever before, almost normal. That made it worse. I was at peace. He stopped just a few feet away, smiling. Not a normal smile. Something stretched. "Wrong. You took that from me." I tried to move. I couldn't. My body wouldn't respond. "You owe me," he said. And then, quietly, "Fix it." I woke up gasping for air. And for the first time, I didn't feel like it was just a dream. Even now, years later, he still shows up. Not every night, but enough. Enough that I can't forget. Enough that I can't pretend it never happened. And sometimes, when everything is quiet, when the world slows down just enough, I can still smell it. That same sickly, sweet smell. Close. Too close. Like it's right behind me. Like if I turned around, I wouldn't be alone. And every time I think about that day, about pulling back those branches, about stepping off that path, I can't help but wonder, did I find him? Or did he wait for someone like me to come looking?